children are starving. Please help.
How do you do?
Good to see. Good to see.
How goes it?
Well met.
Over the past week, I set a bit of a challenge for myself. I wanted to see if it was possible to beat Oblivion as a useless wizard. What is a useless wizard, you may ask? For me, and the sake of this run, it meant that I'm unable to use spells or abilities that damage enemies. So that means no weapons, no destruction, and no poison. Basically, if it does damage, I'm not allowed to use it. This means that I'm going to have to rely on some sneaky tactics in order to take care of some of the enemies that you are required to kill.
Ah, you dirty little thief!
Two of which come to mind specifically off the top of my head, with the Spies mission being one, and then Mankar Camoran's Paradise being the other. This means that though I cannot damage an enemy directly, I will still have to find a way to take care of at least 3 enemies. But let's stop dragging our feet and let's get to it. First things first, as soon as we get in game, we are tasked with making a character, and for this run I chose a Breton as 50% Magicka resist is just simply too good to pass up. Sadly, I think he's going to have to be a Breton of some variety. This is very important. Very important. Yeah, I like this one. He's got the inverse mohawk going on. I kind of fuck with that.
Pale skin, snotty expression.
And after getting verbally assaulted by Valen Dreth, shut the fuck up, Dreth, the Uriel Septum shows up to kick our journey off. Now I'm going to kind of skim past a good chunk of this intro. We have all played it, and everyone has seen it a billion times over.
There's trouble ahead.
Close up left. Protect the Emperor.
The captain's down.
Why is he looking at me so fucking offended? You're not gonna go help out, bro?
This is the part where you take them down. You're lucky I like you.
Does that technically invalidate the run? Okay, so I can't use my fists. I can only really use magic, and it can't be damaging magic, so we'll see how this works. But to fill you in a tiny bit, as soon as we are separated from the Emperor and left to traverse through the sewers, it becomes a bit of a mad dash through goblins and rats. But with the sprint button in Oblivion Remastered, this was far from the difficult section it would have been had we played the original. Soon we catch back up with the Emperor and his bodyguard, and it's now time to choose our birth sign. I feel like we should just go with the mage, though. The mage is just going to give me almost everything I need. God, I forgot how long this intro is for really all of nothing. Okay, I think we're finally at the part where the Emperor fucking dies and we can get out of here.
Stranger, you chose a bad day to take
Boris,
up.
please. Oh. I do love that despite me being a prisoner, Boris just takes my word just at face value, just believes it. And not long after, the Emperor is murdered, and we also get to pick our class. Maybe I favor using an armor. I ended up mostly centering my build around illusion spells, with the side of sneak since I may end up having to sneak my way past many different enemies, especially at the start. So I'm not going to be able to directly damage anything, so I should probably try to find somebody to have as a follower. I guess would kind of count, because it's not me hitting them, to be fair. Hopefully I can fast travel when I step out of the sewers. It'd be really, really fucking annoying if I have to walk all the way into the Imperial City, but hopeful. Right off the bat, out of the sewers, we make our way to Wayne Priory. My thought process for starting off the main quest right away is that we need a follower. Somebody to eat damage for me or be a meat shield, if you will. And Martin Septum is the perfect fit, or at least perfect enough to start off. Plus we can then use him to gain access to another essential follower before we drop him off at Cloud Ruler Temple. You're the amulet.
This cannot be. No one but the Emperor is permitted to handle the amulet. His name is Martin. You must go to Kvatch and please, let me know if there's anything you need.
I will definitely be taking some assistance. A bunch of stuff I'm probably just going to sell, but this is going to be the first test of about how difficult this is really going to be. But first, in order to get Martin, we need to close the Oblivion Gate that is just outside the walls of Kvatch. Normally closing an Oblivion Gate is just a simple mad dash to the Sigil Stone, but this one is slightly unique. It requires obtaining a key from a Dremora to reach the top section. And normally this is done by killing him and looting the key from his corpse, but since we don't have a follower, this is not currently doable. So we're going to have to try a different way of obtaining the key. I'm not walking around all that way. I'm gonna try to make this quick. I think the only thing that might be a little difficult is trying to get the key. That might make things a little difficult.
Over here! Quickly!
Okay, that works. That works. I'm surprised I could pickpocket, like, right in front of him. After obtaining the key from some sneaky pickpocketing, we get to run the rest of the way through and grab the sigil stone, closing the Kvatch gate, which will ultimately give us access to Martin's Septum, our first follower in this journey. I don't even know if this is doing anything, but... Go inside, dude. Go.
I'll come with you to Wayne Priory.
We've got Martin. I think I'm going to use Martin to get Earthor. Because obviously we're going to have to drop Martin off and then, you know, and then I'm going to be kind of fucked. Yeah, so this way I can at least get Earthor and have somebody who can attack. Because I don't think he can die either, which is also kind of important.
Hi there.
You're here about that. Oh, I'll be here.
Which means we got to kill a bunch of zombies, but I have no intention on doing that myself. See, at least with Martin in tow, this should in theory be doable. Might take a while, but should be doable. Okay, let's see if Martin can take on some zombies. This actually might not be too bad. Be kind of chill. I think that's all of them. Alright, follow me, men.
Can't wait to be back in Skingrad, safe and sound.
Little does Earthor know, he will not be going back to Skingrad anytime soon. But he doesn't need to know that. Now that we have Earthor, we at least have some way of doing damage and clearing out some of the enemies, since up next, we're gonna have to drop off Martin.
Guards!
Earthor, do you mind doing something, bro?
I fear the enemy can...
God damn it. I'm trying to talk to you, Joffrey. Where the fuck are you running?
They've taken it! The Amulet of Kings is gone! Cloud Ruler Temple, we should leave at once.
That sounds good, man. Let's run
We
it.
should get moving. I won't rest easy until Martin is safe with Cloud Ruler.
Damn, fucking Earthor is mogging the shit out of me.
I hope I prove myself worthy of your loyalty in the coming days.
Thank you, Martin. We'd all best get back to our duties, eh, Captain?
Since I can't complete the Mages Guild as I don't want to lose Earthor, we need to find another way of making spells. So we gotta get our bread up to buy the spell-making altar at Frostcrag Spire. See, now Earthor and I have an evil lair. I figured the fastest way of doing this was to steal from the local shops and just fence the items, but in order to make this a little easier and less risky, I had Earthor wait outside. Oh, I feel like Earthor is gonna rat me out, so I'm gonna make him wait. Can't trust him. Oh,
You're not supposed to be.
my bad. I did not think they were gonna be coming back. That
What's this about?
kind of scared the shit out of me. Okay. I'm not touching you, Nirnrip. Shut the fuck up. Let's go pick up Earthor, I guess. Wait, where did he go? Pretty sure we lost Earthor. So, that's very sad. Oh yeah, he's definitely gone. Yeah, made a little bit of a mistake there. I didn't realize that having Earthor wait outside would make him disappear, or at least that's what I thought. Editing this in post, I realized there are a few instances where he would reappear near an entrance, but my dumb zoomer brain simply just didn't comprehend him. Anyways, excuse my malding, as I truly did think Earthor was gone forever, and I was not too pleased at how much more difficult this run was about to become. Because otherwise there's going to be some sections of this that I'm not too sure about being able to get through. I really need him. If he's not there, where the fuck did he go? There's no way he's back at the cave, right? Can't have fucking shit in this game. Cannot have shit in Oblivion. Hey. Okay, this is gonna be pretty important, so now we can actually make shit. But for now, we don't really need Earthor too badly. Our next move is to meet up with Boris in the Imperial City, and after we link up with our boy Boris, we kill an agent of the Mythic Dawn and find a Mythic Dawn book on his body. This sets us up on a series of a couple of quests to collect the remaining 3 books. Who's your money on?
Yeah, Boris fucked that dude up.
So Boris is just owning. He just owns this bar now.
He
Okay,
really
cool.
just walked by.
After talking to Tarmina and scaring someone at the first edition to give us a copy of the book, we learned from the scaree, in quotes, that in order to get the final book, we have to set up a meeting with a higher-up from the Mythic Dawn. So again, it's time to go find Boris and use him as a meat shield as we make our way through the sewers to the meeting spot.
Clean.
Fucking
Clean.
perfect 360. Boris, there's not
No
much
way.
I can...
No fucking way.
He can't die here yet, thankfully. Oh, I'm not excited for that meeting. I think Boris is gonna die.
Yeah. Yes. What do you mean, Muggin? You like that, dude?
And yet again, this is kind of another spot that presents a bit of a challenge. I kind of just want Boris to survive, and effectively speaking, I am kind of useless in this fight. And since there are 2 additional people that show up to fight you on top of the guy you're meeting with, it's essentially a 1 versus 3, with me just kind of spectating, I guess. I will do something. So I'm going to try to let Boris survive this.
Come alone.
For your
Brothers, kill them. Die, unbeliever.
Yeah, that's not working.
stay.
Yeah, good luck. This took me a while even just...
Eventually, I came up with the idea to pickpocket the book, and in theory, they should have attacked me, but for whatever reason, pickpocketing them entirely broke this section. This might actually work. This actually might work.
So, you want to become one of the
No fucking way. Yo.
Let's fucking go.
You were told to sit down.
Usually once they realize there are 2 of you, they kind of just try to kill you, but pickpocketing them kind of just broke their brains, allowing both me and Boris to leave unharmed. But with that done, we are now able to use all the books to ascertain the location of the Dagon Shrine, which is where Mankar Camoran's lair is, for the time being at least. Using the help of Tarmina, we figure out that we can locate the shrine via a weird statue-esque thing in the Green Emperor's Way location of the Imperial City. And now it's time to infiltrate Mankar Camoran's Dagon Shrine. We have to give him all our shit, man.
Follow me.
Actually, would it be more funny or more fun if I didn't do that and then just had all of them chasing me? I feel like that might be worth a shot. For the love of the game, I think I'm gonna do it.
Don't do it.
Welcome, brother. You may do.
I'm dragging his ass out here. I don't like that he's looking at you with a chud stare.
If I'm past this threshold,
Fuck it, just pick it.
I, my
Did you not care?
there we go. That works.
You cannot escape the master's
Oh my god. Fuck. That guy's just like waiting for me, dude. Here we go. It worked. It worked. This is doable.
They did not do his arms
cannot
justice.
escape the
Am I supposed to be getting something out of that? I don't speak. I'm
No!
dude, the guy.
Julius! Oh my god,
Damn,
dude,
dude.
holy shit.
For Lord Dagon. What?
God, we're gonna have to run all the way back to like fucking Shaden Hall after this. And alas, despite my stupid way of approaching this quest, we do ultimately survive, but Mankar Camoran has escaped with the Amulet of Kings. He did, however, leave behind the Mysterium Xarxes, which upon showing it to Martin, offends him greatly.
By the 9, such a thing is dangerous even to handle.
But while Martin determines how to reach Mankar Camoran's paradise, we are tasked with dealing with a few Mythic Dawn spies, and though I was hoping by this point I could use Earthor, the guards in the nearby city of Bruma will simply have to do. Spies.
I hope you can help. The gate guards have reported seeing
Are we
strangers
gonna-
on the road for the past several nights. I
Ready
cannot
to
leave
kill the
Cloud Roller
guys?
undefended.
I can't kill these guys.
Can you lead them to a place where they would get killed?
That's what I'm thinking, because like
You could just walk
it's
into the
it's
city,
right there. Yeah,
Yeah.
Bruma's right there.
A fucking cold stone.
I don't really like ice cream.
I know you don't like ice cream, but fuck, dude. Just like the smell of a cold stone. You know? Walk in there.
You cannot escape the master's vigilance.
Be glad you will not live to see the day.
Okay, well, that was worth a shot, right?
You know, you gotta do it.
Psychopath on the loose!
There you go.
Unbeliever.
Oh, am I supposed to be impressed?
Die, unbeliever.
Yeah, you're good. Nice.
You enjoy spending time at Olav's Tap and Tack? You.
Is he sponsored?
Captain Bird, commander of the Bru-
I'm gonna go check out down here. Maybe she'll just, like, be here. For some reason or another.
There is some.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Nice. Good call.
I have 100 accounts, or 100 hours in regular Oblivion also on this account. So it's like, I have like 1,000 hours in this game.
Yeah.
Now that the spies have been taken care of, Martin has decoded the first piece needed to actually reach Mankar Camoran, a Daedric artifact. And usually here it kind of prompts you to seek out Azura's Star, but I figured doing Sheogorath's quest was a bit more of an interesting alternative. So I do think it'd be more fun to maybe go get the Sheogorath's Daedric item rather than just getting the Azura's Star.
The Buwas just.
Another mortal dares to summon me.
I was hitting the Tibo.
Tebow, dude.
She's like spamming that shit though.
Their lives.
Argonian's got a diaper on and sidestep in place. Level 16 lockpicking, and I opened the expert case.
Nice.
Cheese time.
Of course. Goodbye.
You too.
You're always welcome in Border Watch.
It takes a real long time for them to come back and eat the rat poison. Eat the fucking rat poison, you fucking fat piece of shit. Oh.
There we go.
Oh, that worked. After the Daedric detour, we return back to Martin and Joffrey, where we are instructed to help Brumagard close a nearby gate, and show Captain Bird how to close said gate.
I've just received word from the Countess of Bruma. It seems that the Mythic Dawn are putting their plan to attack Bruma into motion.
Right, yeah, I guess we're gonna go meet up with Bird.
Thanks for coming. Since we had the hero of Kvatch available, I didn't think it made sense to try this on our own the first time.
Yeah, let's
All
run
right,
it, man.
Give me a minute to talk to the men. Everyone's a bit jumpy right now.
All of these men are going to die. There's no shot this goes well. Due to it likely taking an eternity for me to slowly walk Bird to the Sigil Stone, I instead kind of opted to use my usual strat of running ahead and hoping that he teleports behind me. See, if I go in here, will he just spawn next to me? Sick.
Stay sharp. Your turn. I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm. Getting tired.
And Captain Bird is weak as fuck. Still need to create my custom paralyzed spell. Tungsten Ballsack. Nice one, Bird. I think I can just grab it as long as he's standing in the room. That was easy enough. Thankfully, with each entrance I went through, Bird usually teleported to me with very little issue. I always got an insane farmer's stand.
Captain Bird and his guardsmen should be able to handle any additional gates.
Finishing this quest sets us off on a very infamous set of quests. It's called Allies for Bruma. I'll keep it brief here. I only ended up really closing 2 of the gates outside of the surrounding cities, securing us kind of some level of assistance, but this quest is super duper boring and you don't really have to do any of them if you don't want to. Yes, we can go talk to Martin, who's going to want us to go to Sancre Tor, which means we're going to have to find something or some way to deal with Sancre Tor, because I'm not going to be able to do damage. Earthor kind of fucked us over a little bit. And again, this sets us up on yet another kind of small roadblock. We need to go to Sancre Tor to retrieve the ancient armor, but we don't have anyone to deal damage to the undead blades. and since at this point I was convinced Earthor had vanished permanently, we need a new follower to be kind of our meat shield. The easiest one I could think of was the guy who tries to sell you the haunted manor or haunted mansion, but in order to get him we need to gather about 5,000 gold. 5,000 gold? While gathering money to start the quest to acquire Mansion Boy, I ran back into Earthor. Thank Christ. What? Earthor?
Hope we'll get to Skingrad soon.
He's back?
I'll be...
Maybe I can get both of them. I decided on still getting the other dude, just to kind of have 2 sets of hands for dealing with the undead blades.
I see you're a follower of the Grey Fox, too.
In front of Earthor, lady. Let's go over there. Okay.
Hello. That manor is still for sale if you now.
Let's go check out our manor. Our cool, sick, awesome new house. There we go. Plus we can catch a little level up here. Oh, Earthor.
Don't hurt me!
Wait, did it not advance the quest? Do I actually have to go back in and deal with the ghosts? Because that's, you know, possibly going to be a slight issue. Where did Earthor go? He just doesn't want to go. He's just waiting outside. So he is able to damage them. He's also simultaneously just getting smoked. God damn it, Earthor. I cast Tungsten Ballsack.
Die, damn you! I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm!
Thank you, Earthor. Every once in a while, I gotta check behind me to make sure Earthor didn't disappear into the ether again. I still can't believe he just showed back up. During my time of need. So I think all we need to do now is talk to him, and then we'll have 2 followers, which in theory should make Sancre Tor somewhat possible.
According to the diary entry, and I can't help feeling slightly from there, we'll try to...
So I'm pretty sure this guy will follow us when we go to Anvil. Pretty sure.
Okay, you...
Okay, so if I leave now, will he come with? Let's go. We've got 2 followers now. And now that we have 2 followers on board, it's time to clear out Sancre Tor for the main quest. This section involves a lot of killing ghosts and skeletons, and I didn't really realize until I got there, but Manor Boy is unable to damage ghosts, so thank Christ we found Earthor again, or else we'd be in a real pickle. He can't even hit the ghost. God damn it, dude. This is gonna be definitely an experience. I didn't mean to heal the ghost. Damn, he just got pieced up. Hey, first undead blade. And this guy, he can attack. At least the undead blades go down kind of easy. That's the first one down out of 3 others? That's roughly how many we have to deal with. God, this guy is absolutely fucking useless.
You're pathetic.
I would say I'm glad I spent 5,000 gold to get this guy, but you know, he hasn't really done all that much yet, so maybe I'm a little regretful about that. Hey, what a really useful summon.
Show me what you've got.
No, Earthor.
Let's get this over with.
So far, this isn't... I mean, it's you know, time-consuming, but this is not as bad as I thought it would be.
I can't wait to be back in Skingrad, safe and sound.
Yeah, Earthor, about that, I don't think we're going to be going back to Skingrad anytime soon. Hope I can take them to Paradise with me. If I can't, that is going to make that section very difficult. He wasn't even supposed to be out yet. I can't even lie. So far, this little challenge run has been, you know, difficult, but surprisingly fun. Okay, this is the last undead blade, so alive, fellas. Holy shit. Earthor. What are you creeping around for, bro? What? Okay, god damn it. Earthor, please, just attack him. Or something. Let's fucking go. With the armor of Tiber Septim secured, we need to get a Great Welkin Stone.
How goes your search for the armor of Tiber Septim?
Is he like... Is Martin blind? He's not looking at me.
Third item we need is a Great Welkin Stone.
Oh, the Great Welkin Stone. Oh, I don't want to do Ayleid Ruins. To be quite honest with you, I cut out a lot of this part. It was mostly just running through a maze of goblins in a very boring Ayleid ruin, which I really hate those ruins. Now we can just leave. But with the stones secured, we can now take out the final piece of the puzzle to enter Mankar Camoran's paradise, the Great Oblivion Gate that is set to spawn outside of Bruma. What is... Why is he running like that? Earthor, you goober. We got a pretty sizable group.
Can't you settle this peacefully?
Okay, yeah, I should reset. I had to. I'm sorry, I had to.
Soldiers of Citadel.
Why does he only have a little dagger, Martin? Boris. Did I break it? Okay, Martin. Maybe don't go running into battle by yourself. Would appreciate that. Okay, a little quick save. God damn, that gate is huge. Got my boy with me. Okay. Either way, I don't intend on going about doing this the correct way. We'll do it a little faster. A little bit of parkour, if you will. We did it. We did it.
What's the matter? Getting tired?
We did it. Okay, so this next part. If I can't bring my followers in, we might be a little boned. Yeah, I think we'll give it a try. I think we'll do it.
Everything in place. I don't know what you'll find. I do know the portal. I believe that Mankar kill Mankar. Shall I open the portal to paradise?
Sure. Alright, boys, look alive. God, I hope they can follow me in here. Well, that might be a problem. Upon entering Mankar Camoran's paradise, I came to the sudden realization my followers could not follow me inside. This means that in order to progress into the grotto, I have to choose an act of service rather than battle the Dremora at the front gate. This also means that the fight against Mankar Camoran is going to be much, much harder than I anticipated.
Take this honor.
Bands of the Chosen. Whoa. I think I can just kind of run through a lot of this. Those doors are weird. I feel like I don't remember them usually doing that. But maybe I'm forgetting.
You made it.
There. Let me come with. I am no.
So we do have kind of a follower,
Well done, champion.
I guess.
Your progress is swift and sure.
Okay, so this is where things are gonna get, well, interesting for one.
You did not expect to see me again, did you? You have no grasp of the power that my father has at his command.
I don't even think I, like,
You think you can
did
stop
anything
us?
to this lady,
Soon
really.
Mehrunes
I
Dagon
kind of
will
just
walk
ran
around
through.
Tamriel for the first time since the Mythic Age. Come.
Hey,
like we've got a
take
thief
whatever
in
you
our
want.
midst.
None of my business.
Doesn't even care.
So, here you should.
Was that guy gonna show up again? Like the dude I like escort, you know, like escorted me?
I have waited a long time for you, champion of old time. You were the last gasp of a dying age. You breathed the stale air of
What?
false hope. How little
What is
you can
happening?
do? You cannot stop Lord Dagon.
I'm also stuck sneaking. What is happening? Well, that was a little rough. Oh wait, this guy's here. Oh wait, never mind. Wait, yes he is.
The Mythic Dawn grows nearer with every rift in the firmament.
Does he respawn? Please tell me he comes back. Wonder if I can just... He's gonna try to use magic on me, which is gonna be kind of annoying. But I think this section right here is gonna take some brainstorming. If I can just get them all right here, then could just sit and wait. Is this working? I can't even tell if this is working. And using my self-made strategy of standing just out of reach and praying that somehow it worked, eventually Mankar Camoran went down this way. Wait, did that work? That worked. That's insane that that worked. That is fucking insane. There is no reason that should have worked, but boy am I glad it did. With Mankar Camoran out of the way and the amulet recovered, that leaves one last section, fulfilling Martin's destiny. And relatively speaking, this section shouldn't be too hard, and thankfully I was only level 8 or so when we reached this point, so a lot of the enemies that spawned were of the easier variety. Okay, yeah. I guess let's finish it out.
The guard is overwhelmed.
Courage, soldier. We have an emperor again.
Uh-oh.
Your Highness, what are your orders? As you command, sire. Guards, form up and protect the emperor. To the Temple of the One.
Okay, so my entire mission here is going to just be to stay on Martin.
Drive them back! Die!
God damn it, Martin.
Getting tired?
His one job, and it's to stay alive, and all he does is march straight into danger.
We're too late. Mehrunes Dagon is here. Lighting the dragon fires will no longer save us. The barriers that protected us from Oblivion are gone. Wait, yes. The amulet was given to mortals by Akatosh. It contains his divine power. But how to use this power against Dagon? I have an idea. One last hope. I must reach the dragon fires in the Temple of the One.
Pretty sure at this point I can just kind of do that.
I do what I must do. Farewell. But now I must go.
And now that Mehrunes Dagon is defeated, that concludes this run of Oblivion as a useless wizard. Ultimately, this run wasn't too bad and relatively straightforward outside of a few kind of little hitches here and there. Obviously, not being able to do any damage to any of the enemies you face makes things a little less than straightforward, but overall, I had a fun time, and if you're looking for an interesting, different way to play the game, I can't recommend it enough. Well, that was that.